Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In our coordinate plane series, we're getting close to quadratic equations. But before we learn that, we need to make sure that we memorize very important algebraic properties that you're going to be using when you get into more advanced topics. So, let's get into it. First, the square of a sum. Let's take a look at this equation. A plus b whole squared. Now you might be thinking, oh, you have to use a distributive property to distribute the exponent to each term in the parentheses, right? Well, in this case, the answer is no. Now, if you were to multiply the terms by something, then yes, you can use the distributive property. However, the distributive property doesn't work with exponents. To explain how this works, let's write it down. A plus b whole squared is a plus b times a plus b. In this case, we can use a distributive property because there is no longer an exponent. First, let's distribute the a. A times a is a squared, and a times b is ab. B times a is ab again, and b times b is b squared. Simplify this, and you get a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. So it's not a squared plus b squared, it's a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. Make sure to remember this because many people think they can distribute the exponent, but if you do distribute the exponent, you will get the wrong answer. Okay, let's move on to the next property. The next property is square of a difference, basically the inverse of square of a sum. Now that you know that you can't distribute the exponent, you might be thinking, oh, instead of a squared plus b squared plus 2ab, it's a squared minus b squared minus 2ab. But again, that's not the case. Let's write it out again. A minus b whole squared is a minus b times a minus b. A times a is a squared. A times negative b is negative ab. Negative b times a is negative ab again. And negative b times negative b is positive b squared. When you simplify that, you get a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. This is another very important property to remember because, again, many people get this incorrect. The next is difference of squares. Not square of differences, difference of squares. Let's look at this equation. A squared minus b squared. Remember, you can't use the inverse of distributive property because that wouldn't work. In this case, a squared minus b squared is a plus b times a minus b. To explain, let's simplify this equation. A times a is a squared. A times b is ab. Negative b times b is negative b squared. And negative b times a is negative ab. Simplify this and you get a squared minus b squared. Make sure you memorize this as well because this is also a very important formula. But other than that, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next video.